Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to talk about how to fill your notebook. It can be with many things, and honestly I love notebooks, so let's just get right into it. But before, please like this video and subscribe if you like it, but make sure you stay until the end because the last one is my favorite one, to be honest, and the one I'm using the most. So the first thing is the 5-minute journal. This one you use every morning and you write down what you're thinking and you just spend 5 minutes on it. And you do this before you get on social media or anything else because you want to make sure it's your thoughts and not someone else's. Number 2 is a brain dump journal, where this one I use where I am overwhelmed and I just need to figure out what's going on. So I just get a journal and I write everything down. I forget about grammar and just write and write and write until I get to the point of it. The third one is a Doodle Book. I'm not that into this one. I usually use it whenever I have like a story in my mind and I want to see how it looks or picture it, so I draw it out. But I know a lot of people love this kind of stuff and they use it a lot for just creativity or whenever they're bored. The fourth one is a travel notebook. You can keep tickets, mementos, or whatever your experience, you just write it down, and it's nice to have after you come back from your trip. Number 5 is planning. You can plan your goals, your trips, your ideas, anything that you want in this journal, and it's amazing because you can keep track of what you've actually done or what you haven't done. The 6th one is one that I use a lot. It's a budget journal or budget notebook. I can use an app for this, but I honestly don't like the app because I get distracted. And my budget is very simple. I just make sure I end up at 0 at the end, and I love it. The 7th one is stories or quotes. I had one for this and I completely lost it for this video. What I usually use for this journal is I write all the short story ideas that I have, or actually write the short story in there. It is very nice to have. Honestly, writing is my favorite thing in the world. The 8th one is a diary or prayer journal. It can go either way, honestly, but I love using it as a prayer journal because I keep track of what I'm asking God about. Make sure I'm actually praying. Sometimes I get distracted, I don't pay attention to what I'm saying, so this helps me just focus in on what I am saying. Number 9 is a dream journal. It can go either way. On this one, I use it to write down the dreams that I have, or the bucket list can also be the dreams you have at night. So the next morning you just wake up and you write in whatever you remember about your dreams. Number 10 is a practice calligraphy journal. I really want to get into writing, beautifully, making the beautiful strokes, but I haven't really took the time for it. But this is a journal I have just for that. Number 11 is a journal for lists. So everything I have an idea for, a plan, I have to write a list. And if I don't care what it looks like, I just start writing it. I keep lists galore in here: grocery list, trip list, whatever I need to do before a certain project. Pretty much anything I need goes into this notebook. Number 12 is a habit tracker notebook. This one I use specifically for exercise and health, but sometimes I can use it for other things, like make sure I'm saving money or other goals that I might have. And this one you can get really creative if you really want to. You could draw in this one as well, and it could be really cool. Number 13 is notes for anything that you are learning. Any classes you are taking or whatever you have, you can have this notebook for. Usually I like really cute ones. Like this one I had for a class that I was taking of copywriting. Pretty much a copywriting class. I actually really liked that class and taught me how to sell. So very nice to have that notebook and a reference to look back to. Number 14 is recipe book. I'm not really into this sort of thing. I just use my phone. I do keep track of my meal planning and prepping. It is very nice just to have that, but I know a lot of people who love to cook and like to keep the recipes all in one spot. Number 15 is a gratitude journal. I used to use this one slightly in my 5-minute journals every morning, and I really want to get back into it. It helps put things in perspective when you have a gratitude journal. You write down everything that you're grateful for the day, and then eventually you get over the regular stuff that you have and you have to think of more stuff, and you become very grateful, honestly. Number 16 is church notes. This is what I use most of my journals for. I go to church 3 times a week, and I like writing things down to help me remember what I learned. It actually helps me pay attention more to what the preacher is talking about, and it's a good reference to have when you're trying to remember what he preached about this certain day. You could go back and look at it again. And the last one, my favorite journal, number 17, is the bullet journal. This one has my life in it, literally. This is the one I use mostly every day in and day out. I keep track of what I am doing, my goals, my plans, ideas. Literally, this bullet journal could be all the ones I just listed above. It could go into this, because you can write it however you want. I love this journal. It keeps me on track, honestly. So this one is my favorite one. You can get them anywhere. I love the dotted journals. I think that's what they're called, dotted, or my friend said graph. But these are the really nice ones. This is the one I think I'm going to be using most of the time. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that little notification bell. And comment down below with any more ideas of what you guys have for your journals. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye guys.